My name is Stacey Carter. I've come here tonight with a concept and hoping that I can get a bit of feedback from you all, so I might ask for your participation a little bit further along in the presentation. So I'll start first with my inspiration. One of the sponsors here is AIGA, Debbie Millman. She wrote a book called Brand Thinking and Other Noble Pursuits. And I read this book whenever she came to talk, and one part of it really inspired me as an apparel designer. And what she wrote about was the average amount of clothing in an American's closet prior to the last recession, which was 92 items, and after being 88 items. And then during the Great Depression, the average American's closet holding 15 items. So I was thinking a lot about that in the kind of world that we live in where it's very easy to overconsume clothing, and really challenging myself to what those 15 items would be for me, and could that be something I could make and I was capable of doing. So how it works is my idea is for the next year, for 365 days, to create 15 items that I can wear every single day that are durable enough that it would be only those 15 items. My hope in doing this, and these undergarments don't count, that's usually the first question I get, and weather-related clothing does not count, is to really challenge myself to authenticate the design that I'm creating, and really, as the designer, wear it and really test it and find ways to improve it. You know, to also challenge myself and others that are interacting with the blog to think about the amount of clothing that we own and the types of consumptive habits that we have, and if they're really giving us the value that we're looking for from those kind of activities. The next is to really, as a craftsman's challenge myself to make better designer. I'm not traditionally trained, so it's really trying to find ways to challenge myself to improve, especially as I'm looking to share that with other people. And the last reason is just to bring awareness, consumer awareness, to the type of clothing that we do spend our money buying, and what does that mean that there's a large price tag on it? Are you really getting more whenever you're using your hard-earned money to purchase an item, and what does it mean to spend money for the types of things that you're looking for in the clothing that you're buying, construction material, etc. So I thought over this idea for quite a while and thought, well, I really like it, but what happens after 365 days? A lot of blogs like this, some people might be familiar with the Uniform Project. It was a person who wore a black dress for 365 days and challenged to accessorize it every single day. And what I wanted for this idea is for it to live on after my 365 days were over, which really gets to the bigger idea, I think, which is a designer collective, where not only, so there will be someone who comes behind me and really takes on the challenge of authenticating their design and wearing it for a period of time, and then joining me in a kind of e-commerce world to share those goods with the consumers after they've been developed and tested and really lived with those ideas. So I want the bigger idea to be a place where you can go and find authenticated design. Again, that being a place where every single piece that that person has designed has been thought out, worn, tested, improved, and really just you see a documentation of that over time. I think it would be great for other artists, and for other designers, kind of the same thing, to have a place that they can have that continuous draw, and for people who are enjoying that to continue to be able to interact with it even after She Wore 15 is gone. And then also that you can just have a lot more people sharing different ideas and different things that they're interested in. It's a great, I think, platform for e-commerce, so people can use that as a way of supporting themselves and doing apparel design in a really unique way. And the last kind of point is just to have a place for pooled resources, which is a challenge for artists sometimes to have a way to support what it is that they're doing. So now it gets to the part where I'd like your guys' feedback. So what I was hoping is to review each of the points that I've kind of made here tonight, and by a show of clapping, as loud or as soft as you would like to, based on whether you like it or you don't, if you can show that, and help me kind of to work through this concept and to make it better. So each of the points are going to come up. I'll say them out loud, and if you like it strongly, clap. If you don't, clap really softly. And if you're not comfortable, please It's okay. So first is for the She Wore 15 item. The first part of the concept was for creating an idea that has really authenticated design. Thank you. And potential for changing overconsumptive or just buying behaviors. Thank you. For a craftsman's challenge in a unique way. And then for also a base for consumer awareness and really challenging what we even think we know about the connection between price point and good. So I was going to ask you also about the designer collective, but I guess I want to ask a bigger question. Are you guys more energetic about the She Wore 15 or the idea that this could live on into the designer collective? So clap for which one you might like better as a concept, as someone, you know, giving me feedback on whether this is something that you would like. So She Wore 15. Thank you. And then the design collective. Well, thank you guys very much for that feedback. I have one kind of final question to ask you, and would love your feedback even beyond this presentation, is do you think that this concept is in a good way unique? Great. Well, I thank you for the feedback. I was hoping to get some, so I'm glad that I've heard a couple of hands going. And thank you, and I hope to be bringing this to life very soon. Thanks.